Hey YouTube, this is Phil Bethune with Boy Scout Troop 850 out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm doing a follow-up video of my gear list for Philmont this summer. We're leaving in a little less than a month. June 16th is our itinerary date. We're doing itinerary 26, which is a 71-mile hike in the southern region of Philmont. But I wanted to do an update of my pack list from the previous videos. I've had some changes. I've had some technology issues with how I was going to do my electronics, so I thought I'd go ahead and reshoot the video and go through what I'm taking. Once again, your base weight is different than a normal through hiker. For Philmont, your base weight is all your clothes, your tent, your backpack, your sleeping bag, but it doesn't count food or water like a normal through hiker and fuel, but also crew gear. When you go to Philmont, you go as a crew, so you carry crew gear, which is first aid kit, dining fly, bear bags, cook equipment, cleaning equipment, and those type of things for the crew. So you'll have your base weight plus crew weight plus water, fuel, and food weight. But right now my weight is 11.9 ounces. It's pretty light. I've been trying to go as light as possible, but it's just you can't get too light with going with 10 days in the backcountry of New Mexico with no power sources and that type of thing. But here we go with my pack list. I hope you enjoy it. And down below in the comments, I'll have a link to packlighter.com, which will have my the weights and links of where I bought the different items. But leave a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. All right, here we go. Thank you. Before I break down my pack, I thought I'd do a shot of it all packed up and ready to go. You can see I'm utilizing all the outside pockets, and camp shoes are hanging on the outside. But now I'll break it down and pull it all out, and we'll go through everything I'm taking. Okay, here's my pack that I plan on using. It's the Z-Packs Arc Blast, coming in at 21 ounces. I have a couple of added things onto the pack. I have the Z-Pack hip pockets that are 0.7 ounces. Also, I have the Justin Ultralight smart water bottle holder for the shoulder strap, and also on the other shoulder strap, I have one of his Justin Ultralight cell phone pocket. But altogether, the pack only weighs 1.49 pounds, so it's very light. For the liner, I'm using a Lightsmith knife loom pack liner. It's very strong and of course waterproof. For my sleep system, I am using a 40-degree Enlighten Equipment Enigma down quilt. I took a 20-degree quilt last time, and I was extremely hot most nights and slept on top of it. And I've used this quilt down into below 40 degrees and was comfortable in it. I'm a hot sleeper though, full disclosure. So I'm gonna bring some other clothes today. If it did get really cold, I have some running tights and my insulated layer for jacket I could wear and warm myself up with that. But I'm gonna take the 40-degree Enigma, and I'll have that in a medium Z-Packs Dyneema stuff sack. For my sleeping pad, I have a Thermarest Neo Air X Lite, 12 ounces. I'm a side sleeper, so I love a pillow, so I have a Sea to Summit Aeros pillow that's 2 ounces. Philmont requires sleeping clothes, but so I have a real light running Nike shirt and lightweight North Face running shorts. And they're sort of nice to have because if you do laundry, you can have a clean set of clothes to put on while you're washing your dirty stuff. Also, I have some real lightweight running socks because I just don't like putting my nasty socks from the trail, or feet from the trail, into my sleeping bag or quilt. So I just prefer to bring those. And then I'll have all those in a slim, small Z-Packs Dyneema stuff sack. Then for my tent, I will be using the Z-Packs Plexamid, which is a one-man tent coming in at 14.8 ounces. And then I have an assortment of stakes that I use for setting up that tent. The tent poles are one of my trekking poles, so I like that with the dual purpose. So that's my big three. Okay, now I'm going to show you my water carrying capability and what I'm using. Basically, I'll be able to carry up to 5 liters of water because we do have 2 dry camps on our itinerary. So with the dry camps, you really need to be able to carry some excess water. So I'm going to carry a 1 liter smart water bottle and 2 of the lighter Nalgene bottles, and then also for my extra capacity, I have a 2 liter knock water bag. So that would be my water carrying capability. The smart water bottle comes in at 1.55 ounces. The knock container comes in at 2.6 ounces, and the Nalgene are 1.8 ounces each. And then for my mess kit, I'm using a Snow Peak titanium bowl, which comes in at 1.2 ounces. I'm using a Tokes titanium spoon, which comes in at 0.28 ounces, and then Snow Peak titanium bowl, Snow Peak titanium backpacker mug, and that comes in at 1.2 ounces. And then I have I'm gonna have it in my Z-Packs bear bag, along with that could be my oops bag, or with just storing the meals in my backpack, just having a place to keep them sort of separated. And then I have some Purell too in that. Now I'm going to show you what I plan on wearing on the trail. I have a long sleeve Columbia fishing shirt that has some sun protection in it, a Z-Packs buff, ex officio boxer briefs, some Columbia running shorts. For my shoes, I will be wearing the Ultra King MT 1.5s with Superfeet insoles. Then I'm wearing the Smart World PhD above the ankle socks, merino wool, and Dirty Girl gaiters, which is great with the low cut shoes to keep dirt and sand out of your shoes. For trekking poles, I'll be using the Black Diamond Alpine FLZ aluminum. I like the aluminums better than the carbon fiber. They just seem a little tougher. And also one of those serves as my tent pole too. Also, I'll be wearing a Patagonia trucker hat as my headgear for sun protection. And so now I'm going to go into my carry clothes. I'm taking an Enlighten Equipment Torrid synthetic insulated vest with a hood as my insulated layer, and as I said, if it got cold during the night, I would wear that sleeping with my quilt. Like I said, I'm bringing running tights. These are the TSLA compression running tights, come in at 3.5 ounces. Dual purpose. At Philmont, you have to have long pants to do your service project, and then some of the activities, I'll just wear these under my running shorts that I hike in for those activities to serve as long pants. And also, if it gets cold at night, I can wear them as an insulation layer in my sleeping bag or quilt. But also, it's a warm layer if it does get cold during the day. And then also, I have a Z-Packs beanie for cold mornings and sleeping in. It comes in at 0.9 ounces. I have an additional pair of underwear, the Ex Officio boxer briefs. I have 2 more pairs of the Smart Wool PhD above the ankle socks. Our troop did a couple of synthetic shirts for the for the trip, and this is the one I'll be packing. I've got a couple of them, but I'm only bringing one of them. For my camp shoes, I have these, they're Vivio barefoot that I cut back into sort of a slip-on Croc sort of deal, but it is closed toe, and it's just nice to have something to put on your feet to dry out your feet after hiking all day, so you don't get any kind of fungus on your feet. And then that'll all be in a Z-Packs medium stuff sack. But that would be all the carry clothes I have. Now for my rain gear, I'll be wearing a Z-Packs Virtus rain jacket. It's extremely light. It only comes in at 5.6 ounces, but I really like it. It stuffs up into a pocket that'll fit all my rain gear in that one pocket. It also has pit zips, which is really nice for hiking during the summer because it gives you some ventilation. I also will have some Mountain Laurel rain mitts, dual purpose. I like them when it's, because I use trekking poles when it's raining to have, you know, some rain protection on your hands, but also they're a great source for warmth. So they're a dual purpose item. And they only come in at 1 ounce, so they're very light. And then for my rain bottom, I use a rain kilt in 2015, the last time I went to Philmont, and I really enjoyed it. It's just a cooler way to have rain gear, and it's also easier to put on. But this is a Z-Packs Dyneema rain kilt, and it comes in at 1.7 ounces, so it's extremely light too. But it's also versatile. You can open it up and use it as a small ground sheet. And now I'm going to go over the electronics I'm going to be taking. I'm filming on my iPhone XS in a LifeProof case, so that was going to be my camera when I go on the trek, and so I'll be doing videos and camera work with that. But obviously I'm filming with it, so I can't shoot it in this video. This is where I made some major changes from my previous video. I had purchased a solar panel and done some tests with it and thought it was working pretty good, and then I pulled it back out and started messing around with it again, and it totally didn't work. So I've done some search around. I spoke to Apple. And in watching videos, what I plan on doing is just powering off my phone when I'm not using it and keeping it in airplane mode. And you can do other things with the low battery usage setting, and then also you can set all your backgrounds to a dark color like black, and it uses less battery. From what I can tell, I can get probably 3 to 4 days on my phone in airplane mode. So what I've decided to do is to bring an Anker. This is a 20,100 milliamp Anker, and it's heavy. It's 12.1 ounces, but you know, I figured that'll keep my phone charged the whole time I'm out, and I know they work, so that's just what I'm gonna have to go with. But yeah, the solar panel would have been nice, but it just didn't work right. For my watch, I have a Garmin Fenix 6, so that would be for just keeping up with my steps and elevation climb and all that good stuff. And also I have a cable to charge it and my phone. I tried to get the shortest ones I could find, but they would all be charged off of the Anker. I also have this little Bluetooth picture taker snapshot, so I'm bringing that because it weighs little or nothing. And then also I have a very small tripod that I found on Amazon that seems to work pretty good just for doing group pictures with the Bluetooth flash or picture taker. I'll have that all in a stuff sack, a little Ziploc bag. I like Ziploc bags because you can see where your gear is, and they're just as light as anything and just as waterproof. And then also I have a little camera wipe to try to keep my lens clean when I'm trying to take pictures. And that's it. Now I'm going to go through some stuff I'm carrying, like my Diddy pack and my personal first aid kit, and other miscellaneous things I'll be carrying. First things first, I highly recommend sunglasses and some kind of strap to keep on your head. So I'm just bringing some Ray-Bans, and they're polarized. They don't have to be fancy, but that's just a pair I have. And then I have a sunglass case that works nice to keep them in it, but also it's a good material to wipe them off. I do have a Z-Packs wallet because there is some shopping, little places you can go to in the back country. Remember, you need cash. They don't take credit cards out there, so it's a nice little wallet to put a little bit of cash in there and just know where it is. For my flashlight, I used a headlamp previously, but I decided to use this one that has a clip that can clip on the bill of my hat. But this is a Luma Top 2.0 EDC flashlight. It comes in at 1.8 ounces. It's a little heavy, but I just sort of like a flashlight more than a headlamp. Then I'm going to bring, this is a Ziploc full of a light load towel and a pack towel, because there are chances that you can take a shower. But I wouldn't lug a big towel or anything, just a bandana or something like the light load towel to dry off from taking a shower. I highly recommend bringing some extra Ziploc bags. This is a bag with multiple Ziploc bags inside of it. It's just nice to, when you're loading out trash or anything you want to keep dry or separate from your pack, it's just nice to have them. Now going into my Diddy kit. I have a small dropper of camp soap. If you know what camp soap is, you know that that's a lot of camp soap, and you will not use all that, but it's good to cut it down and get much smaller. Then I have a small, lightweight toothbrush that I got from Smith Light, or Lightsmith. It's just a real small toothbrush. It only comes in at 0.2 ounces. And then some travel toothpaste. These are really cool. These are dried like wipes that you add water to, and they expand to a pretty nice little towel. And I got these from Lightsmith too, but they're sort of interesting. They're called WYSI wipes, but you add water to them and they become a pretty decent sized baby wipe, and give you a good cleaning up in the every evening. Then I'll have that all this stuff in a Ziploc so you can see it. I'll have a small pair of fingernail clippers, because you never know with toenails and your fingernails, you're out there for a little bit. They grow, and you might need to trim something. Like I said earlier, we have a crew first aid kit, so you don't really need much of a personal first aid kit. I've just got some Band-Aids, one butterfly, and some alcohol wipes and some ointment, and then I'll have that in a little Ziploc there inside the other Ziploc. I do have some Gold Bond powder just in case you have any kind of chafing type stuff, and along with that, I have in this purple container is some Gold Bond cream, which is great for chafing. And then back to on the medical side, I have a small bag of Advil PM and Aleve. The Advil PM, for me, in the altitude, I had sort of trouble sleeping, so it's sort of nice to have that little help. Other things in my Diddy bag, I have some tent line, which is great to make a drying line. So I just have that and I actually took that in 2015. That's the same line. The very small lip balm, a mini Bic lighter just in case, and then an extra Smart bottle cap just in case the Smart bottle I'm using cap breaks or I lose it. I've got a backup. Safety pin for blisters and whatnot, then a small sewing kit, and then this is the patch kit for my air mattress, so you have that in there. Okay, the next thing in my Diddy bag is I have a ballpoint pen here that has Leuko tape wrapped around it. Leuko tape is a great way to treat blisters or cuts. It's it's really adhesive, and once you stick it on a blister, it stays on pretty good until you really want it off. And that's my method of treating blisters. So I have that, and then for a knife, you don't really need much of a knife. This is just a Swiss Army Victoria knife. It's got, you know, a file blade and a sharp blade and some scissors and toothpick and tweezers. But that's about all you need, and it's really lightweight. And then I have in a separate Ziploc bag some toilet paper and a deuce of spades, which is an aluminum lightweight trowel for digging cat holes. And then I have that in a Ziploc bag. But Philmont will give you toilet paper. This is for a shakedown hike that we got coming up. And now for my luxury item, I am bringing a chair. I took a chair in 2015, and it's just the way to go. It's just nice not to have to sit on the ground or sit on a rock or whatever. So I have the Philmont Chair Zero. I mean. It comes in at 15 or 17.5 ounces. I did change the bag to a Z-Pack stuff sack. It's a little bit lighter than the Philmont bag, but it's definitely my luxury item and definitely worth the take on the trail. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my second video for my pack list for Philmont. Like I said, there'll be packlighter.com. I'll have a link below that'll show you the weights and where I purchased these items. Just click on that link and you can see everything. Also, I think it's real important to, especially with your scouts, to get a small scale or a luggage scale, and you know, have fun. Try to beat your weights up as light as possible, because being light is definitely better than being heavy, and we all want everybody to have a good time, and by having a lighter pack, everybody should have a better time. So I know I'm pretty extreme, but you know, you don't have to be, but having these scales just help the boys, you know, realize that things do add up, and that you know, weight is important. I hope you enjoyed the video, and just comment below if you have any questions, and hopefully I'll do another video once I get back from Philmont and review what I took. Have a good day.